ready.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to the May 2020 live stream. Hopefully everyone can hear us, and we actually got this one off
That's
correctly this time.
I'm checking how the audio is right now, making sure.
I just had to turn my audio off. We got audio.
We got audio? Awesome.
Sweet.
Very good, very good. So, welcome. It is our May live stream. We're going to do a couple of things today. As you can see, Austin and I are a very reasonable 6 feet apart. I will tell you to stay in that. Are you reaching out to hold my hand?
No, I'm making sure that I'm 6 feet apart.
I'm going to pretend that you wanted to hold my hand. We are going to draw a winner for April's giveaway, which was the Hamilton Beach Commercial's new line of chambered vac sealers. So we were giving away the 254, which is the smallest in their line, but also probably the best one for a home user. It was nice and deep when you removed that filler plate, and 10 by 13, I think it could fit that size bag, which is perfectly fine for home. Best thing, what we liked best about it at least, was it got down to 10 millibars, which is, I mean, if you get a 10 millibar seal, you're perfectly fine. It got there in like 31 seconds. Something like, on an empty chamber. I mean, it was really, really good. So we were really impressed with that. The other two they have in line are bigger, and the biggest one definitely geared towards commercial. The other one could go either way. But anyways, we're going to draw a winner of that. We're going to announce this month's giveaway and sales. Some of you may have already seen those if you watched the YouTube video earlier today, or just went to waltonsinc.com/sales. I put them up there too, so it's really no big mystery. And then I made a bunch of cheeseburger cheddar wurst. We were feeding some employees here, so I decided to make a bunch extra. And we'll give away some of that in the seasoning too, and maybe a couple other things.
Yeah.
Don't let us go without giving you a coupon code. Make sure if we're getting towards the end and we haven't said anything to remind us on that one.
I should probably work on getting that set up now, because
that coupon code?
Yeah, the last couple I think I forget until the last like 2 minutes. Then I'm like, oh, hey.
Here's something that we haven't done yet, but I will get Patrick on it. We did not set up any type of giveaway for today for them to enter. So hang with us right now at waltonsinc.com/live, which is where you should be watching this. We will shortly have a giveaway over there. Just modeled after last month, so there'll just be a couple options, let you get in there. And whoever wins those will win the cheeseburger cheddar wurst, the seasoning, and maybe some other stuff. We'll see as we go along here. So Patrick, hopefully you heard that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just set that up, copy it off of last month's. Just a quick housekeeping thing. I get this question a lot on social media, so I just want to clear it up right up front. To win April's giveaway, what we're going to draw today, does not require you to be here. To win the cheeseburger cheddar wurst, whatever else we give away during the live stream, those you have to be here for. But say you entered on, I don't know, April 15th, you're fine. We're going to draw your name, you're going to win, and whether you're here or not. So just to clear that up, I get that question a lot on social media. Let's see. He says your mic might be touching your jacket. So just try to move that.
Make things complicated here.
Yeah, it's going to touch the jacket.
Okay.
Let's see if we can't fix this.
All right. He says you're good now.
There we go.
And I want to watch this at waltonsinc.com/live.
So, yeah, somebody already asking again, how do we get entries for today's drawing? We're working on that. We didn't set one up yet, but we'll get that fixed up shortly. And Ryan Jones, why do I have a jacket on? Because I can, and I like wearing jackets as long as you're inside. As soon as I go outside, I mean, yeah, you take the jacket off. But I like wearing jackets even in the middle of summer. I keep one here all summer long because my office gets weird. It gets really hot. It gets really cold.
Disgusting.
And it just huge swings. I'm in an awkward spot with the way the AC is laid out. So even during the summer, I have to have a jacket around here. It might be 110, and I'll be sitting inside freezing the way that our AC works.
So, since most people are probably entering it anyways, for May, we decided to do the goal being trying to get somebody able to be self-sufficient and somewhat removed from the food chain, because we're not going to talk about COVID at all, but it's getting harder and harder to find things. So you guys who are hunters, you're in a better position than everyone else. We just want to give somebody the ability to make any type of meat snack they want. So we're going to include a Walton's No. 7 single speed stuffer. We're going to include a Weston 12 750 watt meat grinder, great little grinder. And we're going to include a Weston, what do they call that? Just vac sealer with roll storage. Yeah, so it's a little black vac sealer. It does a really nice job. We're also going to include some Walton's knives. And do you have the new hat?
No, I got one.
There's one in here
I got
somewhere.
one in my office.
And the new hat. So there is a new hat. It is not orange. It is not blue. It is gray. So it's gray with a leather patch on the front, and it is lasered onto it. Yep, there's one right there.
Oh, perfect.
So this is what it looks like. It is a really nice hat. It's a little bit more structured than our previous hats. Find that a lot of people like that. You and I tend to like these hats more, but I mean, not
Do we care what
everything's about us. Not everything. I mean, most things are, but not everything. And then I saw Ryan asking in there somewhere where the whiskey is. We have gone one better than whiskey, and we're drinking Moscow Mules.
There's nothing better in the world than a Moscow Mule.
They are pretty good.
I shouldn't say that. There are not many things
You have a
better in the
child,
world.
so yeah.
We'll probably have to give away at least a hat or two. That may be
Yeah,
something we have to
absolutely.
give away
That's a good point. That's a good point. So for anyone just joining, we don't have the giveaway for the live stream right now up quite yet. Should be up in just a couple of minutes at waltonsinc.com/live. Hold on a second, Patrick said.
The hat will be available at the store, Candace, but our store is closed currently. While we're dealing with everything, COVID in the world, the store's been shut down for a while. It's going to continue to be shut down for a while. We will wait to see kind of what things bring in the next 2-3 weeks. But I pretty much can guarantee it's going to be shut down for at least the next 2 weeks. But we'll see after that. But we are still taking phone orders, website orders, because most of what we do anyways is call in and online orders. So we've had a lot of people still local calling in, placing orders, ordering online, choosing store pickup. You can just come to our warehouse and they'll bring it out to the car for you. But we're trying to focus on keeping everyone here as healthy as we can, because we have to be able to still ship things out for not only our home processors around the country, but our commercial processors too, that then are supplying and feeding thousands of customers past that. So trying to keep the warehouse running.
And so as some of these larger plants temporarily hopefully shut, that is putting a lot more stress, or the medium-sized processors, the lockers, are picking up as much of that as they're able to. Hopefully what happens, and I don't know if anyone's in this situation at home where they've been looking for something at their grocery store and can't find it, but hopefully you go to your locker or your butcher and realize that you are getting a better product at the end.
Yeah.
So if even 1 out of 5 people decides to stick with that locker, that's an enormous bump to their business.
Definitely.
I mean, that is huge. So I don't know, this, not saying it's good, but long term this could be good for certain aspects of the meat processing industry.
For the small business out there, yeah. So I'd like to point out one of the comments Papa Salt put through.
About the orange chair? Yes,
You're
I saw
sitting
it.
in an orange
I saw
chair.
it. I'm going to paint it blue.
Dean is asking about Grandpa and how his health is, because probably was the last live stream then. Yeah, he's been dealing with a lot of stuff, but he's much better. Not perfect, but much better than he was. He had several trips in and out of the hospital, but Grandpa is doing well. So those of you that have known us for a long time, my grandpa is the one that started the company in like 1986. My dad joined with him and bought out another company to kind of create what is today Walton's, although our name was still something different back then. But Grandpa and Dad started things, and Grandpa's been out of the business for 12 years, give or take. But he still finds his way through the building here and has to talk with everybody at least once a week. But he's finally doing better. We haven't seen him in here that often. He was in here. Did you see him when he was in like a week or so ago?
Nope.
He was actually feeling good enough to get out and start doing some things. So, which if he is, we're going to have to get him to grab his metal detector.
Yes.
And go find your ring.
That would be awesome. Oh, all right. Patrick has it up.
Okay, so
I'm going to make some changes to that. But yeah, no, Patrick, that's what we needed. Thank you.
Can we tell people?
Yep. They can go to waltonsinc.com/live and enter now.
Yeah, so if you are already at waltonsinc.com/live, refresh your page. That way you can see the new giveaway entry. If you were already watching us, we just made some changes to the page to put a giveaway entry on there for today. Just refresh your page, hit play again on the live stream, and you can enter while you're watching us.
I thought he did one winner, but no, he put 99 in. Cool.
There was another comment I saw in here, and I can't find it now. One of the ones way back up, do we see if we want to address this yet? Somebody asked about podcasts.
Okay.
Should we talk about that now?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We've decided not to do it. We threw out everything we recorded, and we're done.
We figured we're going to start shutting about everything down here.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not worth our time. It's not worth the effort. This is our last live stream ever.
Well, it's
our last sales and giveaway ever.
We're turning this into just a drinking channel. So.
No. So no, this is not the last of anything, but the podcast is coming. We actually recorded our 4th episode yesterday, and we should start releasing them next week. The goal is to release one a week, so it'll be a weekly podcast. Our goal was to at least be 30 minutes on the podcast, because we feel like it has to be worth someone's time, like to listen to it, not just like a 15-minute deal. And we're like, yeah, what are we gonna do for 30 minutes? And it kind of turns into the live streams where we sit here for 2 or 3 hours and we talk about whatever.
We haven't gotten that bad yet. We haven't gotten.
No, but
I think the longest one after editing is probably gonna be like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. So our average is like 55 to an hour 20.
In there.
In between that range. So I'd say average podcast length about an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, about that. Certainly not along the longer ones, but I mean, not a 20-minute either. But so we're gonna have it released. But there's no reason I can't talk about that, right?
No, go for it.
We're gonna have it released by the Talk North network. So for you guys who like Hunt and Bird, the Flush, they handle theirs. Minnesota Bounds.
All the shows that we advertise on through TV, they run their own podcast network too.
So we're just gonna have them do that. So if you listen to those podcasts, you'll hear something about ours coming up. If you go to those websites, you'll see some advertising or their social media. So hopefully we'll have it out. I'd like to have it early next week, but we'll see.
One way or another, we'll try for next week some point.
Yep.
But it won't just be available at the Talk North website. It'll be available wherever podcasts are available.
Yep.
So it's iTunes, Google, Spotify,
Stitcher. And we'll have something on Meatgistics that's going to be a podcast section where we'll post some information, some things that we were talking about. And then also we're going to release everything to YouTube. So if you just want to watch us, because we do a lot of visual stuff for a podcast. So
I don't think it's too bad. We try to describe what's going on.
Yes, so, but there's definitely some stuff, without a question. I'm sorry I missed the name, but I copied the order number. Whoever's having an issue with your order, we will look into that, and we'll get your email from that order, and we'll get in touch with you to figure out what's going on with it.
Somebody is asking about beaver recipes.
Okay, hold on a second. The volume was perfect last month. Today so far, not so good. So are we too quiet, too loud?
Oh, we'd never be too loud.
We'd definitely be too loud. If it peaks, it's...
Oh, I guess that's true. I'm assuming too quiet.
So Nick, no, Patrick is not here today. He is out of the office. He's monitoring, following us along, but that's why I was kind of talking weird. I was asking him through the video to do some stuff. Steve says, can't enter, just keep saying loading. Just make sure you're logged in, I guess. Okay, everyone else is saying volume good. I knew things would run smoother without Patrick here.
Yeah, you know,
Volume was perfect. We had no issues getting it going. We were right on time.
Yeah, we were sitting here with the countdown going, and we hit the live button, and it went audio, video, everything.
I had a suspicion it'd be better without him.
Pat, and I guess to expand on some of why Patrick's not here, is I'm still looking through comments and saw where John grabbed that one, but most of our employees are working from home. A lot of people that can work from home, we have them work from home right now. There's a few people in the office that need to be here, and then the warehouse, obviously to be able to ship out orders, they're here, but minus John and I right now, we're practicing social distancing as much as we can, but anytime we're, going
masks,
to the building,
anytime
we all have,
we walk out of the room.
we bought, I don't know how many thousands of masks to give to employees and make sure everybody's covered while we're doing stuff, especially like the warehouse. What? Why are you laughing?
I've been using the same one since Monday.
You should get a new one. Yeah,
Oh,
you should probably get a new one.
Let's see here. Was Mike Worsley? Right, I think that's who it was. Yep, Mike. We will look into that, and we'll get back with you as soon as the live stream's over. Hope Ford is here. Hope, a multiple-time winner.
Hey, because I don't think Hope was here on the last one. She's been one of our dedicated regulars for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Bobby is going to post some pictures to a pork roll experiment he did on Meatgistics, so we'll get to see that. That's great. For anyone who's not a Meatgistics fan or user, we do have a really good community over there. We have some posts that are just ongoing. Obviously, what did everyone cook today? And drink of choice are just enormous now. And it's just everybody posting whatever awesome thing they made. Either luckily or unluckily, my old iPhone scratched the lens. So anytime I take a picture now, it looks like a dream sequence.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's weird. I was trying to take some pictures of some stuff from Patrick and send it to him. So I don't really post much on there, but mostly what I do is take pictures before I cook, and then as soon as it comes out of the oven, I eat it, and then halfway through I'm like, oh, I was supposed to take pictures of this. But anyways, a good rule of thumb is do not look at what did everyone cook today before like 11 a.m. in the morning, because I always do it first thing, and then I immediately eat all the snacks I brought. So it's a good question, Mike. Why wouldn't you be on Meatgistics? Hockey for Life will draw the April winner here sometime during the live stream. As far as the rules for winning that, if you entered, you're in. You don't have to be present to win April's giveaway. What you have to be present to win is the extra stuff we're going to give away today, which is going to be some cheeseburger cheddar wurst sausages, the seasoning to go along with that, and a couple of other things that we will figure out as we go along.
How about doing a drawing now so you finally
we
end
can do
my
that.
winless streak? Yeah. Do you have Gleam up?
Yep.
Do we just start out with a hat?
I don't know. Why don't we let the first person choose between the hat and seasoning and sausage?
Okay.
Okay. Draw one winner.
Patrick, can you take notes for us, please?
Oh, yep, a fan of the show, the the page. What would we call it? The community. Tim Evers, Tim from Florida. Tim Evers, you get your choice between the new Walton's hat or some cheeseburger cheddar sausage that I made, plus a bag of that seasoning to make it. Value would probably be real close to even. And also, the cheeseburger cheddar wurst is kind of one of those that you can go fresh or cured on. I did cure it, then smoked it. So we'll freeze it super hard before we send it to you, but it should be totally fine. But Tim, yeah, do respond in the comments. There he is. I'm here, sausage and seasoning. Sounds good, Tim. Good. So hopefully Patrick takes note of that as well. Bob Stellick says, still not able to get entries to come up. Obviously, you're chatting here, so you're on waltonsync.com/live. I might try going to an incognito browser. If you're in Chrome, hit Control-Shift-N. That'll open an incognito browser. Go to waltonsync.com/live. It's going to make you log back in. Try that.
Any update on a new vertical smoker under $500? Good question, because we have been spending a lot of time.
I don't remember ever talking with them.
Well, the Weston that is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a while, but in general, we do spend a fair bit of time talking about investigating, finding new products. The smoker is not super high on the list right now, to be honest.
Okay.
It's one of those things that, for whatever reason, we get more visitors looking at smokehouses than a lot of other things. But over the years, we've had a ton of different options, and people, I think what I've gathered from is most people like making their own. Not as many people buy them, so we've always just kind of had a electric option here, a propane here, and they come and go through the years. But we're working on some other meat processing equipment right now, getting some new items there. But when we're done with that, we'll definitely be looking for smokers again, but it's just not the top of the list right now. John and I have actually, well, mostly John, has been testing some new sausage making equipment that we're trying to get in here before we get to fall. And that's been our biggest priority. But when we get done with that, we might have to dig a little deeper on smokers.
Yep. Well, you say come and go. There is one that has always stayed.
Which one?
The PK100.
Oh, but that's not under $500.
Oh, yes, under five. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking like
yeah.
We've had like some different Weston ones, some Cajun
Yep.
injectors, a couple other brands that used to be bigger and they just went kaput.
Right.
We used to have our own. Long time ago. That was well before you were even here. We had our own smoker. I don't even remember why we stopped selling it, to be honest, because that's probably been 15, 18 years ago.
David asked if we're going to do them on, announce the winners just by voice or on chat. We will do it on chat as well. I don't know if I did it on Tim or not, but we will put that in chat as well. Did you have one of those cheeseburger cheddar wursts? Mm-hmm. What'd you think?
It was good. The casing was really tough.
Okay.
Probably just a smokehouse thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess, and I'm gonna blame that on Dylan. Dylan, I hope you're watching, but it's your fault.
But I am now thinking. I don't know. I'll talk to the winners if they want something else. Because I didn't really think of the fact, like I bit into that and I had to bite into it to get it to chew.
Some of it is just it's going to be a harder bite because it's a natural casing. And someone in this room, for some reason, decided to use natural casing over collagen. I don't know why, because collagen's the way to go in my opinion. But, you know.
I keep going back and forth. I do like the fact that collagen is straight. Like that, I always forget that the tubed casings are not straight until like I start stuffing and then twisting. I'm like, oh, this is all janky. So, I don't know. Way to be that guy, Dylan. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Soak in vinegar to soften the casings. Scotty, are you talking after we've already smoked them? I feel like that would impart. I feel like that would impart a flavor.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That would end up like actually some of the best sausage I've had is like called like a Texas bullet or something like that. It's basically kind of like a hot doggy hot link thing.
I know what you're talking about.
Pickled.
Yeah.
It is amazing. And yeah, it softens everything.
Yeah, everybody wants to act like vinegar is not amazing, but I've never put the salt and vinegar on something that I haven't absolutely loved it on.
Yeah. I love that type of flavor profile.
Yep.
I know some people don't, but the saltier, the more tangy pH, low pH there is on something, I'm on board.
So Caprice Cybulski saying, what about a dry cure cabinet for around $3,000 to $4,000? We've got I don't know, 75 pounds in our Eller right now, which is outside that price range.
Like 22.
Right, which is outside that price range. But that is also something we've talked about in the past, and we'll look more at.
I was literally this close to getting one, and it fell through mostly because it couldn't hit the proper temperature or humidity ranges.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem with those.
Because most people that already manufacture one, or I've talked to a few people about doing something according to our specs. People either aren't willing to change what they have and it doesn't fit and it's not close enough that I can be okay with it, or people are like, no, I can't manufacture to hit that. But that's why the Eller costs so much, is because it is not something cheap, but you need a very specific range of temperatures and a very specific range of humidities, and you can't fluctuate like 20 degrees
but you
or
only
20%
need that
humidity.
if you don't want to die. And if you don't care, then just hang it in your basement's fine. No, I'm just kidding. People have been doing that for ages. I would never feel confident giving anyone suggestions because the temperature in your basement and the humidity in your basement is going to change. So I'm not going to tell you to do it. Can you do it and be fine? Yeah, people have been doing it for a long time. Does it go bad? Yeah, it goes really bad sometimes.
That's where like it depends on where in the country you are. There are certain spots in the country which are great for it. Like I would tell
Missouri.
Yeah. Certain areas of Missouri, more of the southwest side, I want to say. You get up to more of the northeast, I'm going to say probably not, but in the Ozark area, they have like perfect conditions to do dry cured stuff without any temperature, humidity regulation. But I don't know, someday we will have something, because even honestly, I know there's a couple of competitors of ours out there that have dry curing chambers and they don't even hit the proper temperatures and humidity, in my opinion. But it's one of those things, like John said, is we don't want to provide something that could potentially be dangerous or bad or cause harm to someone. It's a deal where if we're giving the advice out on how to make it, it needs to be guaranteed to be safe, and we have to hit certain marks to do that.
So I saw Joe Hell, I think, was talking to Chef Raul, who's also been here for a few times in a row, about the Bacto Firm TSPX. And that's what we did right now out of the, that's what we'll do. That'll be ready, okay.
When is that going to be ready?
On the 8th. That's what I'll do.
Of this month?
Yeah, I'll give everybody who, okay.
Wait, whoa.
I'm not much, but it'll be, some will be included.
I'm going to say,
there are 3 flavors. I'm not giving away a bunch.
If we have a 75-pound deal going back there, that means we're going to end up with a lot less than that.
Right, about half.
So if me, Dylan, and our dad take like 15
Dylan and I
apiece,
did all the work, so I don't know where. I mean, I can see your dad getting. Actually, now I can see you getting in there too.
It's where the last name trumps all.
I guess so. But yeah, we'll do something like that. I'm not saying the majority of it can be some of that dry cured stuff, but we can definitely make.
We can do something.
A portion.
We may not give out like.
I'm not giving out a log.
5 pounds.
Yeah, right. No.
To 5 different people.
But like a portion of a casing, something like that. Anyways, so we have habanero barbecue. So what we did is we just took some of our favorite seasonings and used them for that. Made sure that they had enough sugar to let the Bacto Firm ferment. then tracked the pH drop and tracked the temperature and humidity. So habanero barbecue, we did the salami and we added a red wine to that. And the other one we did was just the pepperoni. So they've been in there since the 8th of last month, tormenting me every day as I walk by it and stare lovingly into it, wishing that it was ready. Because I really do. I just love dry-aged sausage like that. It's so good.
It's amazing.
And I never realized that some people think it smells like feet until Sarah, when we did it, she's like, that smells like feet. I'm like, it does kind of smell like feet, but it's good.
My opinion is the more smelly, the more feet smell
more stinky,
you get in something. When you eat it, you don't taste it. It has a different taste, but the smell.
What about cheese? I don't like real stinky cheeses.
I don't care. I like weird, funky cheeses. My wife always gives me crap. Like when we go to Dillon's, which is basically like Kroger. If anybody out there has a Kroger or one of those brands around, they all have like a cheese aisle thing. Not like your normal cheese aisle, but like fancy cheese aisle.
Right.
I always go down there because a lot of times they have samples. So I'm like,
grab
gotta
those.
try those.
Sure.
And then they have like their bargain bins, and I search through those because they'll cut stuff like 70% off, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'm eating it. But then I always have to go through and pick out something else because stinky cheeses, funky, weird cheeses, I'm all in.
Have you ever been into a Wegmans?
No.
Wegmans is the greatest grocery store ever made.
Is it a Kroger brand or is it's something different?
No, it's its own thing. If Parksider was on here, he would agree with me.
Oh, it's like a Northeast thing?
Kind of, they're expanding.
So it's like a snooty restaurant or grocery store?
No, I mean, most of what they sell is like their brand stuff. But yeah, also kind of. Because like they have ridiculous cheese aisles, their beer selection's amazing. That is correct, Patrick. Tim Evers has one before.
So they're like New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Maryland, New Jersey, Virginia, and a lot of stores in a lot of those, and then one store in North Carolina. So definitely a Northeast thing.
All right, I'm going to draw another winner. How dare you, sir?
Nick Hall likes Hy-Vee, and I like Hy-Vee too because I don't know if they still do, but they used to at least sponsor the K-State Wildcats.
No.
So anybody that sponsors them, I'm in.
Yeah. Your football team has a sponsor.
Your football team doesn't?
No.
It's called money.
It's Notre Dame.
It's called money.
We don't need sponsors.
Money talks.
All right, so this winner will also have their choice between some form of sausage and a Walton's Gray Hat. It is Louis Avina. So, Louis, you have 5 minutes or so to respond.
Hey, Joe.
Ooh, awesome. Patrick just said God is our sponsor. Yes. For Notre Dame. Great comment.
That is not true because
Now I wish he was here because he would have flipped the camera to him and said that. That would have been good.
Wait, was he saying like ours? Like, is he a Notre Dame fan too?
Yes, Patrick and I are both large Notre Dame fans.
Why did I hire you guys? Can you remind me why? Next time, that's going to be in our job application. Are you a Notre Dame fan? And the no is no,
What's our most
we wouldn't do that.
Cinco de Mayo-y type product? Mexi chorizo?
Chorizo?
Mexi chorizo, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Ooh, we have a tequila something, don't we?
Oh, yeah, Captain Rodney's tequila lime.
No, I was thinking sausage. Don't we have a tequila sausage
that's
now?
gone. That's been gone for a while.
Yeah,
isn't
no, we have tequila.
have that?
Ancho pepper and tequila flavored sausage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I would do that with the Captain Rodney's tequila lime, then do that for like lunch.
I just make
For
chorizo.
breakfast, you're making chorizo.
Just make chorizo. Chorizo all day long. Chorizo does not need to be a breakfast food.
We'll do like scrambled eggs and chorizo for breakfast. Do like sausage and bun chorizo for lunch, and then for dinner, you're gonna make ancho pepper tequila flavored sausage with some tequila lime sauce to go.
Why don't we choose at least one of those and put it on sale on Cinco de Mayo?
We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's somebody keeps asking Michael Chevalot. So your choices for what would be on sale would be Captain Rodney's Tequila Lime. It's like a glaze. I have something similar from them, but it's not their Tequila Lime, so it's like this.
Yeah. The bottles are amazing.
They're really
it's hard
cool.
hard to see, but it's like it's a different top.
It's got the Grolsch top.
Grolsch top.
Yep.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I just say Grolsch because that's the kind of beer I know that has this.
Oh,
So it pops
I don't
out
know.
like that and comes open. So that one's Tequila Lime or Mexi Chorizo or Ancho Pepper and Tequila Sausage seasoning. So you have this if you don't make sausage, or those three to choose from. We will let you choose what's going to be on sale till the 5th, and just pick it. So Big Time Barbecue says Wegmans is an awesome store. The meat selection is huge and one of the few places I can go pick up a hanger steak. I read an article earlier today on Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. It was in the AMP newsletter, and it was talking about disappearing cuts of meat because A, cows are getting so much bigger and they're changing the way they do like boxed beef.
Yeah.
And B, there's only one hanger steak per cow, really. So, well, I mean, not really. There's only one hanger steak per cow. And it's becoming more sought after, so it's not even making it to like grocery stores, or
Yeah.
pulled earlier in the line than that.
All right. So I know you said no COVID talk today, but I feel like we should ask.
So sick of it.
We should ask the audience. We don't have to talk directly about COVID, but someone brought up things about meat that we don't have to talk about COVID, but the results from it, like what's going on with meat things right now. So if anyone is opposed to us,
All right, while you
talking
do
about
that,
such
I'm going
things,
to
let us know in
deeply
the comments.
discount the Mexi Chorizo seasoning.
deeply discount.
Deeply. As protest. And it's not that I don't care. I totally care. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. Super responsible of me, I know.
Left the fridge open. I'll take that $2 out of your paycheck.
All right, so Mexi Chorizo is usually $8.99. From today until the 5th, it is going to be $5.99. What is today? Let's say it's 1st. There you go. So we kind of talked about this. You guys won't hear it for a couple of weeks at least, but we talked about it yesterday on the podcast we recorded. But there's no reason. No, we actually posted something about our meatgistics. Austin and I are talking about and trying to figure out what it would look like if we did some form of meatgistics meetup. For anyone who hasn't done it, if you go to meatgistics, you can enter your location and then go to the map and see who's around you. There are a really large number of people who I would consider, well, anywhere in the U.S. is in driving distance for me. I once drove from Dallas to upstate New York in one go, just bathroom breaks. But yeah, there's a lot of people who I think would come to some sort of meetup. We could do some classes, make some sausage, make whatever we wanted, get rooms in a hotel that has a bar in the
we'd
the
block
lobby.
off a set of rooms, so yeah, everyone could be together. There's actually one just like a mile and a half down the road.
Is that the one where like the salesman?
Yeah, we do for like our commercial open houses. Yeah, I have at least one of the open houses. I went back over there and hung around with everybody afterwards, and they have a decent bar there.
Yep.
It's not bad.
Do I get to invite someone to stay in my basement or no?
It's
Can't
up
do
to
that with
you.
people.
Did you get permission from your wife yet?
Oh, she doesn't know.
Your wife needs to watch the live streams then. My wife sometimes watches. I don't know if she is today or not. We'll see. I normally try to remind her because my little son,
He'll
who's
watch,
like 14, 15, he's almost 50. Well, he'll be 15
Same
months
months,
old.
yeah.
15 months old in just a couple days here, and he'll see me on TV and he knows. Oh, Dad! He gets excited.
All right, so Candace says she'd come.
Oh, so by the way, thinking of getting responses from people.
Okay.
I feel like we've the only place we've revealed this has been on the podcast, but we should do it now on the live stream to get more feedback for the podcast. It'll come out next week, but if you have something you want us to talk about, or you have just a comment, suggestion, anything, should I do it?
Now I have to monitor. We
Yeah.
can't say that and not say it.
So email us at podcast@waltonsinc.com. Please don't just email us like just random stuff. But if you have a topic, you have some sort of discussion point or a recipe or something you want us to cover, email us at podcast@waltonsinc.com and we will try to get to it.
Yep.
I have a feeling that our responses that we can't cover everything, like not even close, but we'll at least try to respond to people when we can, and let them know at least that we got it and hey, it's in our queue, and we'll get to things as we can there.
And the first 4 are just us talking kind of about what we wanted to talk about. We did try to have like a structure. We had something called Meet Matters where we talk about news that will still be relevant, even though it's going to be about a month later. But as we go along, obviously we'll change more to what people want. If a bunch of people send in a bunch of questions, we might spend most of the time talking about that. So Jack Tansley says he's making some venison, jalapeno, and high temp cheddar using your cheese and casings tomorrow. That's awesome. Interested to see what casings you went with. Definitely the most reviews we get on a casing recently has been tubed hog casings. We get a ton of reviews on that now.
Yeah.
And the biggest advantage of it, one of the biggest advantages of it, is that it's on that sleeve, so it makes it easier to load, but way more important than that in my mind is it's not on that ring and they don't get all tangled up. Just single thing, you just go. So, yeah, call it Walton Fest.
Or Meatgistics Meetup.
Oh, God, that's good alliteration.
But meat is also like meat.
Right.
But meat.
Yep, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I think we all got it. You don't need to explain everything to us.
I don't know, John. You didn't get the alliteration to start with because we talked about meetup, but never mind. Whatever.
I'd have to bring my wife. She got me started on all this sausage making. That's awesome. Make a new tab in Meatgistics where we can post some ideas. Yep, we're going to do that. We're going to create a podcast section. We'll make an episode. I don't even know how we're going to do it. It won't be like a breakdown of everything we did, but it will be like if we want to post links that to something we were talking about in that episode, that's where we'll do it. And then we'll make a community section of that as well so people can post their ideas. It's good. It's a good idea.
So before I forget, I did create a coupon and I have it ready to go.
Okay.
Release that now and we'll
Go for it.
repeat it a few times, but live 5/1/20, so live with today's date. Coupon for 10% off and free shipping. Anything that you order at waltonsinc.com over $30. So that is going in the comments as well. So if you, and that will be good until, because I always need to make sure we put a date when that ends. That'll be good until May 15th.
So Dave Sweep says, I love sandwiches, grinders, burgers, anything between 2 slices of some sort of bread. What are the best Walton seasonings for that? So sort of depends. If you're talking about like just buying sliced turkey, sliced yada yada, making your own sandwich, then I'd go more with just using like a Terrapin Ridge Farm aioli. Recently, I've been absolutely addicted to their spicy chipotle. It's a garnishing squeeze. It's awesome, really, really good. But if you're talking about like making your own burgers and actually mixing something into the meat, my two favorite for something like that are the Better Burger, which has real simple ingredients, but it is like at the perfect levels. They're also great on French fries. And the Ultimate Steak and Roast Rub also does make a phenomenal burger. Just mix it in with that. So. Ari Golding says, here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, the base commissary has started to limit the beef, pork, and chicken to 2 per each. Get ready for more of that, guys.
Wow.
So any of you who hunt, hopefully you've got a full freezer. I saw somebody earlier, and I know it was a name I was familiar with. I just can't remember. Maybe Tex? I think it was Tex, actually. He says he has 3 full freezers of meat. That is going to be, that could be important coming up, but no, I'm not getting drawn into it. How do you think Philly cheesesteak would be if you used 80-20 ground beef? It'd be great. It'd be great. So the reason that we recommend pork and like pork better is it's just really more of anything else is a difference between the fats. The fat for pork is creamier, whiter, which doesn't matter other than looks, and has less of a flavor, so you experience the pork and the seasoning more. But yeah, absolutely, they'll work great. Philly cheesesteak is an awesome everyday brat. I mean, that's one you can't really get sick of.
Yeah.
I love the habanero mango, but I don't want to eat it every day. Sweet. So Tex was, I'm assuming that's for your farewell to your fellow employee. Oh, wow. You're seeing what, John Belvedere?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what I just got to.
That's what I was thinking.
So yeah, the Weston Pro 1100 versus the VacMaster Pro 350. The 1100. Honestly, that's almost a hard comparison because they're not necessarily in the same class. The
350s.
The 350 is $100 more.
More, yeah.
I mean,
significantly more.
If you want to save money, go with the Pro 1100. It's not a bad sealer.
That's a very good sealer.
Yeah, I used that one for a long time. I love it. The Pro 350, I actually used to have one of those at home as well, and it's not bad. It's more bulky than I liked, so I ended up getting rid of that one and doing something smaller just because my wife was, like, hey, do we need this?
Should we have this? My thought is the main advantage of the VacMaster is the roll storage in the back. Other than that, they work.
Well, the Pro 1100 has that. It's just not
like
contained.
A little thing. Yeah, it's not.
That's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the same thing. But I think as far as vac sealing, I think they're very similar to the point where they're the same.
If you don't care about the roll storage, I would look at the Weston Pro 2600 though, because that
if you're comfortable with spending that amount of money, yeah.
Well, it's the same as the Pro 350.
Right, but if he goes Weston, he could save.
Yeah, but if he's looking at both of those, I would go with the Pro 26 because that.
I would agree.
Mean, it's gonna seal a lot better. It does have a larger footprint than the 1100. Yep. Basically the same footprint as the Pro 350, but instead of having that storage space for the roll, I mean, that's just extra motor space.
Yeah.
So it definitely does a better job of vacuuming and sealing. The Pro 2600, it says it's a new item on our website. That's a little misleading.
What's new, Dallas?
No, it is new, but they discontinued their Pro 2300, which has been around for 15 years, and they made some changes I think improved a little bit, and so they changed the name to it. And I'm like,
What do they do that for? Like
why
marketing?
would you do that?
Like when OJ and the Bronco thing, and Ford's like, we can't make Broncos anymore. Let's make the Escape.
Yeah.
That's
There's
an
a
odd
whole
choice.
nother conversation about that I don't want to get into right now because it's a very long conversation. But for all intents and purposes, it's basically the Weston Pro 2300 that's been around as long as anything out there on the market, and what I've seen is probably the most reliable home vacuum machine on the market. It's just a new updated version, but if you can hit that price point, I would hands down go with the Weston Pro 2600.
All right, can anyone beat Nick Hall's 680 pounds of pork in their home freezer?
Nick, where do you live? Because after I come
I
up
think
there
Nick-
and I steal it all.
Nick at least partially has a farm, at least partially.
Yeah, it sounds like he's definitely like out there on his own. He's not living in the city on a 10th-acre lot.
What's a good beef to pork ratio in Lebanon bologna sausage? So we did our version of a Lebanon bologna. We just added Cure Accelerator and smoked it right away. But I think you're going to be fine at 60-40, 70-30. If I remember correct, actually I can look. I believe that's what we did, somewhere in that range, like 70-30. One thing I would say that I don't remember if we did with the Lebanon bologna that we made a video out of or not, but something we did after that was we ground our fat one time through the super thick plate. I think we even found something bigger than a 3/8. We wanted chunks of fat. Mixed, we got tons of protein extracting, and then we added that fat that had just been basically chopped once. So the smoking is a bit of a mess, I won't lie. But then when everything cools down, it does kind of resettle in there. We didn't end up with like huge voids of where the fat was. But when you make a slice of that and it have this, if the chunk, or if the slice was this big, you'd have a chunk of fat like this big here, this big here. It was delicious. So you might want to consider doing that is when you're trimming things out, keep your fat separate from your lean and grind them separately, and just grind your fat once through the biggest plate you have. Now, if this is your first time doing Lebanon bologna, probably don't do that. Just do everything all together to make it easier. But we did, we did 70-30, so 70% pork, 3% lean beef.
So Andrew is asking about chicken and chicken brats, and would brat seasoning work well with ground chicken? That's one of the things that just because something says brat seasoning and you think that it's a pork seasoning doesn't mean that's what you have to use it with. A lot of people make beef brats, a lot of people make pork brats, a lot of people make chicken brats. You can make a turkey brat, and to be honest, you go to the grocery store and you get like a hot dog or something like that that's a big mass-produced thing, and it's a combination of everything. Yeah. So when you make a sausage, you can put any type of protein in there you want. The texture and the flavor may change based upon which proteins you use, but chicken brats are delicious.
Yeah, a couple quick things on chicken brats, just because when I first kind of started doing this, that was one of the things I wanted to figure out. What I found, especially if you're using chicken breast and you're not wanting to add pork fat, the two best combination ingredients are normally carrot fiber and cold phosphate. So carrot fiber holds 26 times its weight in water. I mean, I'm surprised I don't wake up in the middle of the night saying this, with how often I type this and say this.
I'm pretty sure you mix water with carrot fiber at home and then drink it.
Probably.
Just because everything is carrot fiber to you.
Unbelievable. So that holds 26 times its weight in water, so it's going to help hold moisture in your sausage. But cold phosphate actually changes the pH of the meat and makes the meat bind with the water more effectively. So those two things together can give you a chicken breast sausage that has good moisture to it, good taste. Now, fat doesn't only hold moisture, it also does coat the insides of your mouth, so it lets you experience whatever flavor you're tasting longer. Not going to get that with cold phosphate and carrot fiber. Also, definitely look at the Hatch Green Chili bratwurst seasoning. That's excellent with chicken. I've done it a few times with both chicken and pheasant. It was awesome. But the last thing, now might not be the best time to be adding cold phosphate to your stuff. When you raise the pH of any meat, but definitely sausage, since you've ground everything together, you're shortening its shelf life. So, I mean, if you're going to keep it frozen until right before you're ready to eat, no problem, go ahead and do it. But if you're expecting it just to have a longer shelf life in your fridge, then it's probably not the best thing to add. LaGrange Bible Church says, what's your favorite summer sausage seasoning? That's, for me, very easy. Habanero barbecue.
Favorite summer sausage?
Yeah. For me, it's habanero barbecue. That's not even close. But the one we sell by far the most of is the H Summer sausage.
Yeah.
It's a really good classic summer sausage seasoning. It doesn't have anything too crazy in it, but it does have a lot of flavor. It's got like spice without being spicy. We talked about this yesterday too.
I don't even know if it has that much spice.
Oh, it's got.
It doesn't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a lot of flavor, but it doesn't have that where you like. I don't know. What was it?
We were talking
eating
about
the
sweet and sassy garlic pepper
or,
and
yeah,
the
sweet and
Excalibur
sassy, yeah.
barbecue jerky together. That's got to be so much fun for them. They have no idea what we're talking about because it's a podcast that
Yeah,
we
so if you
haven't
want to hear more,
released.
you have to listen to our podcasts, which are coming out next week.
But not that one. So like, maybe I'm just thinking more of like black pepper. Like, because I think Willie's has a spice to it, but Willie's is not hot.
Willie's can be hot, though.
How?
It does have a spiciness to it. It doesn't have just spice.
Willie's doesn't have any spiciness.
It does.
To whom? Did I use that correctly?
I think so.
Okay.
You have a tolerance to heat.
I don't really think. See, I don't think I.
Like, talk to my mom about anything that's spicy.
Yeah. Black pepper is too spicy for her.
No, she's probably fine with that.
Okay.
To an extent. I mean, to an extent. Because even black pepper can still be spicy if you throw enough on there. But it's, I don't know. You can have spice to it without using something that's like black pepper, red pepper, something that's going to be spicy. It could just be a lot of garlic. A lot of garlic can give you a lot of spice and just like, wow, lots of flavor.
Yeah, like the
But it's
sweet and
not-
sassy garlic
Yeah,
pepper.
but it is not hot.
No, it just. Yeah.
But I don't know.
No,
Willie's has spiciness to it. Like
There-
there is a decent amount of red pepper in there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Real quick before we forget, Louis Avina, I did see that you responded to that, by the way. So Patrick, mark down him as well. I'll email you tomorrow, or no, Monday. We'll talk about whether you want a hat, whether you want some sausage, some mix of. We'll get that figured out. And we're going to draw another winner of that.
Well, he's doing that. I know I'm looking for the comments, but at least Charles, I think Charles was having some issues with the coupon code, so I went through, made sure everything was good, resaved it. I just tested it with the Weston 7.5-inch meat slicer in the cart, put in coupon code live 5120, and that does work for the, like we said, 10% off, free shipping, any order from now till May 15th, basically 2 weeks from today.
All right, so again, this is going to be, you have your choice between a hat and some combo of sausage. Stan Akers. Stan, just respond. Let us know that you're here. For anyone who's not been with us before, we usually give about 5 minutes. If that person hasn't responded, we revoke the win, move on, and that's where I start getting confused. After the salt is washed off. Interesting. Tyler's saying, how long will the hog casings keep in the fridge after the salt is washed off? I've got to imagine it's still be a fair amount of time, but I don't know, Tyler. I would, gut reaction would be if they're vacuum sealed, still at least a week. But I honestly don't know. You can add more salt. You can use the thing Morton's like regular salt with the little girl and the umbrella.
Iodized salt.
Iodized salt, yeah. Just add it back on or back in.
So you have convinced Maureen to try the salt and vinegar shake.
Oh, it's so good.
She just she said she just ordered a new supply of stuff and had the salt and vinegar wing shake in there. So
a couple of great things to do with the salt and vinegar wing shake is number one is cucumbers. It takes maybe the most boring of all vegetables and turns it into an absolute just rock star.
Boring vegetable? I'd rather eat cucumbers than a lot of other vegetables.
Like what? They're just water.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, cut off the peel, rind, whatever you call it, chop them up and pour some of that on it. Oh my God, they're so good. Then also you can smoke wings with it. Just buy full wings with the drumstick and the wing attached. Coat both sides of it in that. If you have a smoker like a pellet grill, get a raised rack and smoke it at 200 degrees for 2 hours, flip them at 1 hour, and that is just awesome. That's what we started using a lot of the Captain Rodneys for. This is the peach barbecue. My favorite of them is the boucan, however you say that. No matter what seasoning you use to smoke, if you put some of that boucan on there, it would be amazing. Although I don't think we did that with the ones we added the salt and vinegar to. Pretty sure we didn't. They were good enough by themselves. Yep, grilled, any type of like a grilled pork chop would be delicious with the salt and vinegar. Maybe you have something here.
I'm gonna have to try that.
What's that?
Do you use the salt and vinegar wing shake on like a lot of different meat cuts, specifically like a steak or chop type of thing?
I've used it on chops. I've used it on tenderloin, pork tenderloin, wings. I've tried it on chicken breast. I think other than that, it's mostly been vegetables. Tried on what?
I think you should try it on like a beef
tenderloin. You want to buy a beef tenderloin and I'll try it on that?
No, like just a steak. We go to Dillon's.
Yeah, we could try that
like a,
for sure.
A manager special, whatever steak that we know we're probably going to throw away because I don't think that's going to be good on beef. Think it would be?
It definitely could be. I don't think we buy a cheap steak.
No, I'm kind of sarcastic there, but
so I can buy some. I'll order in some Kobe.
No, okay, no. Well, just remember this: you have your own budget. As long as you stay within that budget, do what you want. But I wouldn't bring in some Kobe steak if I was you. Wait, I just looked back at the comments and someone's talking about powdered bacon. What is this powdered bacon you speak of? Because I feel like that's something that could change the world.
That sounds good. There's no question about that.
It could be like a popcorn seasoning where I know like people have bacon flavored something, but it never is like quite there. We used to sell like a bacon cheddar ale mix that you could put on popcorn seasoning and stuff. But if you could actually take like bacon bits and
I know this is where my buddy works, but those were the best bacon bits I've ever had.
Yeah, so you take something like real bacon bits, you turn this into like dust, throw it in a coffee grinder.
And?
I don't know.
I don't know what you do with it.
It'd be like powdered sugar consistency, but you could put it on or in anything.
Look at Joe Hell's last comment.
Yeah, but once you dehydrate your bacon, then I have to eat it. Like at that point, like the dehydrated bacon that John has done, and you have at least one video on that, don't you?
Before that, I've had bacon salt before. It's terrible.
Oh.
Which is what you're talking about, right? Basically.
No, I think still bacon salt. I'm pretty sure that's still got to be like a bacon flavored salt.
All right.
But
before we get into that, because I kind of do want to get into that, do you want to draw the April winner? We're about an hour in.
Oh, me?
Yeah, go ahead.
You said you were drawing it earlier.
I don't care. I got to draw the other winners. So we're going to draw a winner for April. This is the Hamilton Beach Commercial Primavac 254 chambered vacuum sealer. Biggest advantage, well, two biggest advantages of a chambered vacuum sealer is one, they do get a better seal on them. There's just no question about that. Downside to that is they're a lot more expensive. But the upside to that is they use less expensive bags. So depending on how often you vac seal things, you can actually make up that price pretty quick. Reason being, a chamberless machine needs a textured side to their bags. It gives it something to pull the air against. It gives it a friction. The chambered machines don't need those, so they're smooth on both sides and fairly inexpensive to make. Was it Lisa Tremblay?
No, actually, invalidate winner. No.
Do we know this person?
No, if it was Lisa Tremblay.
Okay.
It can't be an employee, family of an employee, vendor, family of a vendor. So to top off what John was saying as well there, so the Primavac 254, for a lot of people are familiar with like the VacMaster VP 215. This is like that unit, except I would say better. It is slightly more expensive. It's not that much more expensive, but it's like...
It's definitely got a... they call it a jet
air.
Right, but it's rotary vane design jet airs. Is what they call it. And that's honestly, that's a bunch of mumbo jumbo to me. But it does get down to 10 millibars about 15 seconds quicker than the VacMaster. So it's a very powerful motor.
But when I say like back in the day, the VacMasters used to be like $700. In the $600, you could get them so cheap.
We used to sell a ton of those.
Oh, we sold
a ton of those.
A lot. Like we're not just talking like a few a month. We're talking a lot every month.
But then tariffs.
Tariffs hit. They changed some things, and
Gene alert.
Yeah. So now on the market, we got the Primavacs. They're about $150 more than the VacMaster, but I'd say it's worth it. So the winner of this one is about almost a $1,400 value. So that will mean you will have to fill out a special form for us and say, yes, I'm claiming this prize because it will require. And
you have to pay for it on your taxes.
Yeah, it'll require you getting a 1099 form, I believe, from us. And the IRS is going to know because you have to pay taxes on it. Anything over $600, you have to do that. But the winner is from California. Never heard of this city, so we're just going to go straight with the name. Eddie Robbie. Eddie Robbie from California. That is the winner of the Primavac 254.
I feel like I've seen that name somewhere, maybe on our social media.
I don't know.
I feel like I have seen that name before.
It doesn't sound familiar to me, but you're on there more than I am.
I love both alliteration, which is like a phrase with the first two letters the same, but I also do love the exact opposite, and I don't know if there's a name for it, like where it ends the same. It's like some weird little OCD thing that I have, which I don't have any type of OCD. So sorry to everyone else who didn't win, but you can at least console yourself that you don't have to pay the taxes on it.
Yeah, everyone in the room saved themselves anywhere from $100 to like $400 or $500 in taxes.
And he's in California, so
he's going to pay a lot.
He's going to pay a lot for that.
State taxes on the top of it. If you want to return the prize because you don't want to pay the taxes,
I will take it.
I was going to say we'll give it away again, but
Oh, yeah.
some of us are more selfish than others at the table.
So that has happened. For anyone who's joining us for the first time, we've had many giveaways where, for whatever reason, the winner does not claim their prize. I don't know if they don't want it, or if they just enter and then never check that email again.
We make people claim prizes within like 5 days.
5 days.
So if someone does not check their email and respond with an address and all the information we need with the signed form on this one within 5 days, we axe that result and we will do it again.
We give it away during the next live stream. Like I joked about my wife winning this, but we want to give these to you guys. I mean, you watch a lot of our content, you hang out with us for a good amount of time. We want to give you things for doing that and encourage you to do it more. But yeah. Also, good time to add, how long is that coupon code that you gave out good for?
Yeah, I already said that. 5/15, 2 weeks from today.
Okay. Then what's the coupon code again?
I hate John Tremblay.
Ooh,
no, it's
spicy.
Live 5120. They get you 10% off any order at waltonsinc.com plus free shipping. Actually, and I just realized I don't think I told it to do free shipping. So if anyone already placed the order, I'm sorry. Let us know and we will fix that. Yep, I didn't say free shipping.
Did you not say it or did you not give it?
No, I didn't give it. So it was not for free shipping before. Now it is. I just hit save on it.
For anyone who has a problem with that, email CS. That's Charlie Sam at waltonsinc.com if you already did it and used that coupon, and we'll get that taken care of for you.
Riley Renwick said the free shipping didn't work. Riley, if you, email cs at waltonsinc.com. Tell them you're watching the live stream. John and Austin said that we would credit back your shipping.
What's his name? I'll email them right now. Riley Renlock?
Renwick. Riley Renwick. So, kind of a plug here for one of our vendors and somebody who put something in the live chat there. So a place called Victory 2. I don't know if I should say the guy's full name. I don't know if that's good or bad, but Michael at Victory 2, he does like all our embroidery. So like the jacket I'm wearing, the shirts, the Meatgistics shirts, the hats, everything that we do that has like a Walton's name on it. He does all of that stuff for us, does a great job with it, but he just put out a comment there that he's got somebody near Hebron, Nebraska, who's trying to sell hogs. So at least the first person I know of that's out there that's near somewhere in Nebraska, Nick Hall. If we've got other people from Nebraska out there that are interested in some sort of meat, it looks like they've got a decent deal on that, but look in the comments there for the information from Victory 2. You might get yourself a nice deal on some pork. Tom R, free shipping but over $30. Let me see what I did. I did say $30. I did not put that into the coupon code. So the coupon code 5120 or live 5120 is good for free shipping and 10% off any order. Doesn't have to meet an order minimum. So you're good there. So someone asked who is winning basically the color war. So I'm pulling up the groups right now on Meatgistics to see where we're at. And it is tight. Team Orange is ahead of Team Blue by 4. Team Orange has been ahead for the last like at least 2 months. but Team Blue was ahead for a long time before that. It's been kind of a back and forth. But if you want to support Team Orange or Team Blue, it really honestly means nothing. It's just a fun little contest John and I are doing. John's Team Blue, I'm Team Orange. But if you go to meetgistics.com, you sign up and register, go to the group section, there's an icon in the navigation towards the top that has like 3 little people standing next to each other. That is the groups, and you can join different groups there, but join Team Orange, Team Blue, it's your call. I think you should be on Team Orange, but everyone is free to make their own decisions as long as it's for Team Orange.
We should also talk about the logo for the Meetgistics podcast. Because if you're looking for the regular logo, it won't be that, because it has to be square. So I'm saying we should tell them that it won't be this, because it has to be square.
It'll be recognizable. It'll still say Meetgistics. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. When we're done here,
Yeah, right. I
I
just wanted to let them know, don't just look
Okay.
for this. If you see something else, that's what it is.
we should talk when this is over,
Sure.
just for like 2 minutes, about some stuff about that
I will time you on that.
deal.
Did I interrupt anything?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't read the comments, please.
Oh no, what did I do? Or what did you do, really?
Well, somebody asked about Team
Oh, so
Blue
it's
and
Team
Team Orange, and
Orange,
so
Team Blue. Yeah, what can
I
you
was
do?
nice about it. I was very like, you can join Team Orange or Team Blue. John's Team Blue, I'm Team Orange. You can join whichever one you wish. The thing is, the whole spiel, I ended up with saying you can join whichever one you want as long as it's Team Orange. That was
First
the
of all,
only time I was like,
I feel like you're
detrimental
lucky
to your
that
group.
Tex has obviously left, because I don't see any messages from him. Second of all, Raider, nice to see you. I feel like we haven't talked to him in a while.
Wait, where's Raider?
Right up there. Who says, go Team Blue?
What? I think you're ahead of me in the comments.
Raider, go Team Blue. Unless somebody wants to send me an
Oh, there
orange
we go.
hat.
Oh, heck yeah. Raider, if you want an orange hat for free, no?
I don't think there are any. I don't think there are any orange or blue hats.
Did I talk to you about black hats? No? Did I send you a Teams message?
No.
Okay. Michael, if you're still watching, you're going to have probably an order from us on Monday. It sounds like we're out of several of our, well, not this
Oh, you
one.
mean the black and gray?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
out of the black.
Okay.
We're out of maybe the orange.
I thought you meant an all black.
We're probably going to have blue for the next like 3 months because, let's be honest, who likes the blue? But it sounds like we're out of at least a few different colors there, so we're probably going to need new hats.
No, I did used to just throw in, like anytime somebody won something, I always threw in an orange hat just to get them out of the building. But for anyone who wants to, go watch videos from about 3 years ago when I first started doing these videos. There was
wear
an
a hat.
all black hat. Well, no, there are a few where I didn't wear a hat, but there was that all black hat with the white, and I recently found mine at home, and made me really happy. It was a great hat.
We could order more of those.
No,
again.
but it doesn't fit our current branding, and I understand that.
And blue does?
Sure.
Okay.
Denver Broncos colors, I guess.
Hold on, so it might be a complementary color. I'm going to pull it up here real quick.
Donald Krajewsk says, I change teams every month. That's awesome. Just have fun.
Yeah, okay, so the
'Cause
complementary
they're
color
opposites.
of ours, this is Walton's orange there.
Right, it's closer, it's a lighter blue, but whatever.
Yeah, but it is blue. So the one color that is supposed to, quote unquote, mesh with orange and complement it the best is it's honestly, it's almost that color.
It's a little bit
like
lighter than
a
this, but
half
it's close.
shade
Yep.
lighter. Yeah.
Yep.
So all my grief I've given to you, I retract 10% of it.
I think it's more than that, but okay. Because I even remember when I said I wanted blue hats, I proposed that and said it is opposite on the color wheel. James McCullen says John's the man except when he wears a suit. When have I worn a suit?
Thanks. Monday.
The crazy, yeah.
John and I went to Goodwill and
Twice.
Twice now.
Twice now.
We tried to find the best outfits we
I
could,
didn't even
and
think of
that was entertaining.
I forgot about that.
I ended up wearing like a double XL suit
Well, the
because
one
that's
where
the only thing I could find.
We had a green screen behind us, and we just started wearing more and more crazy things every time the camera cut back to us. I have no idea what we were thinking. We just wanted to have a good time.
That's the point of Thanks Black Monday. It's just to do something weird and fun. And
okay, so I don't know what's going on. Did you draw a winner? Because Mandy says, please give D-Tan a few more minutes. He's computer illiterate and covered in grease, and I'm trying to walk him through replying by phone.
The last I drew was Eddie Robbie, but that no one had to be present for.
Right, I didn't draw anything for D-Tan.
I guess I didn't put that in the comments.
Right, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
I guess they don't have to be present, so we're going to email him, so yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not an Oklahoma State fan. I mean, I don't dislike them or anything, but their gunmetal uniforms are awesome.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best uniforms in college football.
The two places in the Big 12 that, you know, I will root for the Big 12 over any other team or conference, especially Notre Dame. But the two places in the Big 12, since I'm a K-State fan, that's why I'm a Big 12 fan, that I love watching is Oklahoma State and Baylor. Because of the two of them, Baylor gets a little crazy at times, but still, Baylor and Oklahoma State, they have some of the best uniforms out there. Oh. They get really creative. They just need to get the one that's like really good and then keep it for a little bit. But they just like
they keep changing.
It's just over and over and over.
My dad got his doctorate from Baylor, I think.
Really? Yeah. Very cool. So
Charles, thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good time. I mean, I wish you came to your senses, but I mean, orange is a color.
Orange is the color.
Someone says, did we leave the fridge open? I don't hear any beeping.
Beep, beep, beep.
No, we didn't.
There's a couple comments now asking for a purple hat. Can we do a K-State hat? That would require...
I'm sorry, hold on. Candace is trying to remind me that I drew Stan? I did.
Come on, John.
Thank you, Candace. Thank you for paying attention. We will give you a few more minutes to help Stan out and respond, because I forgot we did that. All right, go ahead.
Been a few comments now about, can we get a purple hat?
Purple and orange, do they go together?
Absolutely.
It's very Halloween-y.
Everything matches with purple. Everything. There's not a color in the world
I have
that
no
doesn't
idea if
match
that's
with
true
purple.
or not.
No, it's true.
Is it true?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So no. I have no idea. I don't know fashion.
No, it's because I'm a K-State fan, so hey. And I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but a good portion of our semi-close audience around us is a K-State fan, just because we're in Kansas. But it was Tex was one of them that asked. There was a couple others past that. A purple hat would be hard.
Well, it depends.
Because it's not going to match. But if you could make it a K-State Walton's hat, that'd be
awesome. Could you flip it?
That's a licensing issue.
Could you go that orange and do the K-State purple for the W?
No.
I mean, I know.
No.
Why not?
I won't.
So you don't want to break
brand guidelines like branding
that? Okay.
To do that. As cool and as fun as it sounds, it's not. It's probably not worth doing.
I told you it was like putting lipstick on a pig. Candace, clearly I don't. I have no idea if purple matches with things or not.
So, Nick, I saw another comment about bacon lip balm. If you sell bacon lip balm,
yep, he did.
Honestly, like, what does that take for us to wholesale that? Because I would be interested in that, because that's something that obviously is not in our product line, but it is because it's bacon. It's weird.
We could also put it right by the register on
our local store here, that'd be something we'd put at our checkout and go, hey, here's bacon lip balm. And I guarantee that we would sell at least a decent amount of it. I mean, we're not going to sell
a ton, but
we get 1,000 units a month. But could we sell traffic. It? I think we could.
Also, while we've been closed for a couple of weeks with that store, we have put that time to extremely good use. For anybody who's used to coming into our store, get ready.
Don't tell them what we did.
For a change. And we'll have more information on that coming up.
I want people to just walk into the store for the first time when it reopens.
It's going to be pretty
dramatic. And they go, what?
Yeah, we didn't just move the furniture around. We made some drastic changes.
Yeah, so our local store here, it's going to be cool as long as we don't tell what we did, because I think it's going to be cool to see and hear from people that come visit us locally.
And for anyone who's not local, we took video through doing all of the other stuff, or like all the steps we had to get to where we are. We'll put out a video so everybody can share in it.
Wait, did you already put it out?
No.
Oh, okay. No. We should put that out the day we reopen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ryan Jones, I'm sorry. Clearly Austin doesn't bleed purple. I can't quite hear you because there is no one that bleeds more purple than me, and I take offense to that comment. So I am waiting your apology right now.
So John Van Norman says, finally, you put a bar in there? No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. And Youper Dog, who's a newer Meatgistics user, but definitely is posting a lot of good stuff, will be stopping by in November. That's awesome. When you stop in, make sure you give Austin and I a couple of days, a week or so heads up. We'll see what we can do to at least give you a tour of everything here. So.
KFC was selling suntan lotion that smelled like fried chicken.
Did it really?
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
We should sell suntan lotion that smells like bacon or ham or whatever. Like, that'd be kind of cool.
I would like to point out, though, that James says that whatever I wear is what the common folks wear. So keep doing what I'm doing.
I'm going to continue.
Nothing wrong with being the common folk, Austin.
No, definitely not. I'm a common folk person. Oh. You don't think so?
I don't know. Yes, I assume.
You're more of a non-common folk person than I am.
How is that even remotely?
You have a nicer house than I do. Even though I moved, you still have a nicer house than I do.
I doubt that. You live in your father's neighborhood?
Uh-huh.
So no.
No, I have like the cheapest house in
my
father's neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. When you take out the single level, like all those like ones they added in mine, I have one of the least expensive houses in my neighborhood.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
It just looks big because we took, like in Kansas, they do your house faces forward and your garage is here. We just took our garage and tilted it that way, and it makes it look huge, and it's not. So. Yes.
So,
well, really, the Longo pack?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So we've got it right here.
Oh.
This is what we use.
So this is like a unit designed for like a meat processor, a commercial meat processor.
It could be used for
However,
anything.
This is like the best thing, in my opinion, for a garage. For
Sarah,
wherever.
Our graphics designer, has it in her kitchen.
Really?
Yep. She's got the,
if I could talk my wife into
that,
oh my gosh.
All right. So you think we're crazy with how excited we got to talk about this, but when this first came out, we're like, oh, that's actually really cool. And then we used it and we were talking to customers like, you need to do this immediately. So this is the Longo pack system. It is.
Don't look at the trash.
Yeah, don't worry about that. There's a lot of drinks in there. So it's just a.
There's a very burnt sausage.
That's from yesterday. So this is just a hard top. Obviously, it's just got two bases, and you know it looks sort of basic. But this up here is holding as much bag as you want. So this is going to be loud, and I'm sorry. But if we want to push this over, We just keep filling, keep filling, keep filling. We can make as long or as short as bag as we want. When you want a new bag, you just grab one of these zip ties that are included, zip it down, and you can either add 2 of them and create a new bag, or to save zip ties, what I like to do.
Whoa, use the 2 zip ties. Why would you not use the 2 zip ties? Zip
like to
ties are
save 'em.
so cheap. They are so cheap.
Austin, I care about the environment, okay?
I obviously don't, but
Okay.
use the 2 zip ties.
So all right, zip tie 2 and then cut in between, and you've got a perfectly sealed garbage bag. And we do a lot that has liquid in it, and I've never had one of these leak. These zip ties go down real nice and tight. This thing is awesome. It was a great comment. Who brought that up? JB Outdoors GA.
Before I get back through all the comments, so Ryan Jones, here's the thing. I need to know where you're tailgating, because you said I can come to your tailgate, but you might have to come to my tailgate, because we have a good tailgate. Have you come to a game yet?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe we need to set up a time that we'll bring John up.
Oh, I can do that.
And you can come over and we'll have a meet up there, and maybe we'll post it on when we're doing. We'll talk about that, and if anybody else is in the area, we can say hey and see what's going on. But my dad, Brett, who's our CEO, he brings up his 5th wheel, and we park in one of the RV spots, and we do the whole setup. Usually he spends at least a day and a night and a day there. Sometimes it's a day, a night, day and a night. But
it's a really nice 5th wheel.
We have a pretty cool setup. That being said, I would definitely, even if you don't want to come to ours, I would visit yours. But I think we should maybe swatch back and forth, whatever. One of the games, because we have season tickets. We go up to basically every K-State game, so at least one of them I'll go over and see you, but you still need to come over and see us as well. So
who wins that bag? Nobody. So all right.
West, east.
So John
east.
Tompkins says, John, where's the True Hone video reminder? Here's the problem. I'm going to find it and I'll post it in here. There's a True Hone video out there that there's literally no chance I could ever top. It is the single greatest promotional video for any product ever made.
Is that the one that's like from the 80s and it's disgusting?
But it's the best that's ever been made anywhere. You can't beat it.
It's just so old and weird.
I'm going to
looking.
post. It's amazing, I think, is what you mean to say. If every one of our videos could be that cool, I would be really happy. So I'm going to try and find a link to this video and post it.
If every one of our videos were like that, you wouldn't have a job done.
But it might be so old that it's not on the internet. Basically what it is it's like a 80s sports center type theme. It is incredible. But I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. Oh, this is what we'll do. A couple of live streams ago, I gave someone the option to send me in their knives and I'd sharpen them and send them back. Unfortunately, that person responded but never actually sent in their knives. I'm going to draw a winner right now. This winner will send you a label so you don't have to pay for shipping. Send me your knives. I'll take videos while I'm sharpening them. We'll do something on social media with it and sharpen your knives. I mean, we will get them razor sharp. The True Hone is awesome piece of equipment. I mean, it literally looks like it was made in the 1980s, like this video. But that's because they nailed the design. It didn't need to change at all, so they just keep making the same thing. So I'm going to draw a winner. This winner, Patrick, I hope you're paying attention still. This winner will get a label from us to ship us I mean, as many knives as you want, up to a reasonable 20 knives. And then we'll go ahead and ship those back to you. We'll pay for shipping both ways. And you do have to be here for this. Winner is from Willow Spring, and it is Dirk McWhorter. Dirk, it is 4:05. You have 5 minutes to respond. So Austin was showing you guys a little bit earlier how he had a little cut in his finger. Nothing compared to how I normally cut myself, because I keep all of our knives here razor sharp, and I bring in my knives from home and sharpen them on that. So when I make a slip, it's not just a little like, oops. It's usually like, oh, that's a big deal. By far the best thing you can do is to grab super glue. It works better than anything else. Yeah, I said you're a little tiny little child cut. So Dirk, we said you had 5 minutes. Everybody hang with us here, because I have a feeling he's gone. I don't know why. That seems like a very Norwegian name. Is that a word? Norwegian?
Norwegian?
No, Norwegian.
Norwegian.
So you wouldn't say an American name.
An American name?
All right, Norway, Norwegian. So yeah, I guess it is Norwegian. That's not as much fun.
So were you really saying that it's like a small, tiny cut?
Yeah, I did say that.
So what is your worst cut?
Well, I mean, they grow back. I'm basically Wolverine. Everything grows back.
I have a feeling I'm going to have a scar here for like the next 10 years.
Yeah. Does that not amaze you? Like, I have a scar on the side of my finger where I knocked a bone out of one of my fingers, and it's finally gone.
Really?
Like, that's insane. I can't even remember what finger it was on.
Like, I still have a scar.
It looked like a little V.
Huh. I have a scar on my knee from when I fell on the playground when I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade. Like, still.
You heal poorly.
Obviously.
It's not, yeah. But no, like you said, for the next 11 years, it's weird how scars just disappear. Oh. All right, so still no response. I'm really excited for this. If you can't tell, I gave away a knife sharpening. I'm going to send them a label. They can send in their knives. I'll send them back, pay for shipping both ways. I'm limiting it at 20 knives. No more than 20 knives. No more than 20 knives.
They can't be like serrated knives.
Right, that's actually a good point. They have to be smooth knives. We can do serrated, but it won't be serrated anymore.
Yeah,
it'll be
we will
smooth.
take the serratedness off
So
of it.
if you wanted to, I don't know, talk to your neighbors and get their knives and send them in, that'd be fine.
Don't give
We'd be
people
good with that.
ideas.
We'd be good with that.
You are going to be the one actually sharpening these then.
Yeah, I love using that
Okay.
thing. It is my very favorite thing to do here. I mean, other than make sausage, make jerky, make all those things. I have a very good job.
You need to do some research on who has like the best home sharpener comparable to the True Hone. It's going to cost more than just like, because we have some options now that are $100, $200, but find one that's like $300 or $400.
So let me show you something that is not $300 or $400 that I have fallen in love with so much that I took home. Did I do that? Nope, there it is. I think it's like $30.
Oh
Now-
yeah, the Swiss Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, not great for the longevity of your knives, but the Swiss Sharp from
Swiss Army.
Swiss Army, this does an awesome job if you need to quickly get your knife sharp and you don't care about its long-term health, because it is pulling a lot. What's wrong?
Can you sharpen my knife?
Oh, absolutely. It is pulling a lot of metal off your knife.
That's the
but
knife that I cut my finger with.
it's getting. Well, why don't you tell them?
dulled it.
Tell them.
Oh, you didn't tell him?
I didn't tell
I
them.
thought you were just making fun of me. And
No, I was saying that's a little girl cut.
oh, so it's hard to see, but no, I do not have like a little girl cut on my finger. I was at my grandparents' house this
Feel how
weekend,
sharp that is.
and Grandma needed some help doing some stuff in the garden. She wanted some like compost and stuff put around like a couple trees, so I was gonna do that. But at the base of the tree, there was a bunch of like new growth coming off of it, and so I'm like, "Hey, Grandma, this probably needs to be cut off. Is it okay if I just like trim all this stuff off?" She's like, "Yeah, that'd be great." So I'm like, "Okay." So we have Walton's Swiss Army knives. We do a lot of business with Swiss Army, Forstner, or whatever you want to call them. We sell a lot of, they're like boning knives, butcher
It's
knives,
over. Dirk
breaking
can't win
knives.
anymore. I'm going to revoke his win. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. But one of their promotions they did was, buy like a couple hundred of these things and we'll put your logo on them for free. And they had a discount on top of them. So pretty nice Swiss Army knives. We got red, white, and black, I think. Yep. Is that right? Okay. But I tend to be very abusive on my pocket knives. So the last one I had, last couple I had, I actually bent the tip because I get doing something with it I probably shouldn't be, and I bend it. So I'm like, whatever. Throw that in the garage, use that for some random project. But so I pulled a new one out of stock, and the first time I used it was at Grandma's house this last weekend. And as I'm cutting off stuff off the tree here with my pocket knife, I should have asked her for shears instead, but I was going down, holding branches, cutting, and I kunk straight into my finger, and it's a pretty good chunk out of the finger.
It's fairly significant.
It's not something that is
It
like...
stayed down, so it doesn't look that bad, but it's pretty...
Oh, if I pull it up,
yeah,
it just keeps kind of
It's a
going
lot.
down,
Yep.
going down. But
All right, so real quick, Sharon Beauvais, we're going to go ahead and give you 3 minutes, so you have till 4:15. So yeah, we actually, Jeff, we sell the Chef's Choice. We gave it away, not this past month, the one before that. We did an entire Walton's knife set. We did a bunch of Victorinox knives. Most importantly, where are you? There you are.
John's favorite knife.
The 8-inch Granton butcher's knife is just the best knife we sell. Just
The best knife we sell?
what would you put above it? And Joe Hell made a comment
260.
that they had ordered a few more for the butcher shop.
260 47517.
I don't know what that is. I know that's the number.
That's
but I
like
don't know
our
what that is.
6-inch flexible boning knife. We sell more of that than anything by far.
Oh, hooray! We sell more. This is the most awesome knife we sell. I mean, look at that. If someone comes at you with this, you're not this or a 6-inch flexible boning knife. I'd far rather someone attack me with that.
I don't know. If someone attacked you with a flexible boning knife like this, you could like stab, but that's all you're gonna do. With a boning knife, you can
No,
like
if that
stab
flexible boning
and
knife
then-
gets into my bone, it's gonna snap. That is gonna break my bone.
No, it's not gonna snap.
Oh, it's absolutely gonna snap.
You wanna
The
test it?
flexible?
Yeah,
I know it will.
let's test it.
That's a semi-flex. We don't have a flex. But I know the flexible won't.
Sometimes it's just fun to
What is a
eke John on a little
professional
bit.
Edge Pro? What's the other one we have? Extra sharp? What is that thing? The green one.
Like the True Hone?
Sort of like, yeah. Is it the?
The extra
Extra edge?
Yeah. Pull it
No,
up
that's
real
the
quick
blue
here.
one. The extra edge is blue, isn't it? We sell a green one too, I think.
Cutlery sharpeners. It should probably be under equipment now that I'm thinking about it. There's the Nairi that's like $260. The extra edge, very much like the True Hone, but not. It's $869 and the True Hone is $1149. The True Hone, like it literally is one of those things that they did such a good job with it
That's what I said.
that
yep.
it has not changed for the last
Forever.
30 years because you don't really need to.
Listen, I really want to talk more about the True Hone, but Jim Bates says, can you cut cup in half, and I need to know,
No,
A,
no.
does he mean this way or this way?
No.
And B, you've already answered it, can I do it? So
You pay
that's
me
clearly
like
a no.
$40 so you can do whatever you want with that cup.
Is that, so that's real copper?
Oh, that is real copper.
You know what I heard today? This is actually
100% copper, not like lined copper.
Right, it's actual
not,
copper.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is copper.
somewhat topical. Copper spoons. If you eat something with a copper spoon, it makes anything that's sweet taste ridiculously sweet, and anything that's somewhat bitter taste extremely bitter.
I think that's why like Moscow's taste different out of the copper mugs.
So it makes sense.
It doesn't taste the same if you use it in one of the ones that's like
Or
the
even just-
copper outside with the stainless inside,
Or just
and
glass.
they have like a lacquer
Yep.
through the whole thing.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
You have to have copper mugs.
But we need to put something really sweet in there and see if it's just like 100 times sweeter. So.
Be worth trying. What's our?
That's it. They're done. I did not see a response by Sharon. Did anyone else? I will look quickly, but I think. Nope. All right. Sharon, that is getting revoked, and we're repicking. And we are going to cut down the time to, actually 3 minutes is short enough. All right. Drawing a winner. This is for the knives. We'll pay shipping both ways. Neil Christensen. So Neil, you've got just a couple of minutes to respond. Oh, Andy, really?
What?
He put more of his amazing, like the actual real jelly bean things in a cup in my office. I've been eating them insane. He got that thing with like the 3 dispensers, and I went in there one day and ate literally a pound of jelly beans.
That's not good for you.
It's not good for me, I know. So James says Neil is here. Oh, there is Neil C. All right. So Neil, what we will do is I'll grab that information from how you entered. I'll talk to you. We'll figure out what you need for a label. I'll send you that so you doesn't cost you anything. We'll pay shipping both ways. I will sharpen them up, razor sharp. Don't send me any serrated knives. Basically, I can do anything else. If they're dull, doesn't matter. So, cool, awesome.
They can send serrated. They just won't have serrated edges coming back.
Right, and it's going to destroy 2 of our wheels.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Don't send serrated.
I mean, it can do it, but it will destroy the wheels.
Okay. For some reason, I thought that we could do them. It just
No, because it
would
says,
destroy the knife. But if it destroys, the wheels, no. No.
well,
not
it
doing
says it will do it, but all right. So, for everyone who's still here, normally when we do these giveaways for the live stream, we've done like a meat product, like a summer sausage, something like that, and then a piece of equipment we've used to make that sausage. We didn't really have one for this, so we were hoping we'd see like a bunch of comments and be like, oh, that's what we should do, but we didn't run into anything like that. So keeping it reasonable, these are Austin to you rules. I was going to say adult to child, but I'm not an adult. Like if your child asks for something too much, you won't give it to them. But if they ask for something like in the right range, you're more open to saying okay. So what would you guys like to see for some form of giveaway?
If you ask for like a $700 piece of equipment,
Too much.
not going to happen.
New scale, probably not enough. PK 100, definitely too much.
Not happening.
Definitely too much.
I would give away a PK 100 in a live stream if we could generate like $20,000 in sales. Because if we're going to give away $2,000 worth of stuff,
Yeah.
like So somehow, I don't know how somebody can guarantee that to me, but you guys buy $20,000 worth of stuff in the live stream, and we'll give away a PK 100.
All right, so we've got a couple for scale, a couple for dehydrators. Brian, we're so low on those.
What?
He wanted an 11-pound. I'm not giving away any of
Yeah,
those right now.
they are coming.
But
were you involved in that? Okay. No. You need to be. I'll talk to my dad. Yeah. So they are on their way as of like yesterday.
Okay.
Still going to take 2 months to get here, give or take. But no.
Yeah.
No stuff for specials.
We can't give one of those away right now.
For now.
Taylor says, if you guys are going to buy $20,000 worth of stuff, could you let me know? Taylor.
Oh, hey. Oh, Taylor, hey. Had to think about that for a second.
So, Tex, we're doing a giveaway this month that is a grinder and a stuffer and also a vac sealer. So, there are actually a bunch of stuff about casings.
If we do casings, I almost feel like it's like a coupon thing. It's hard to like give away casings.
Yeah, because they're not. I mean, the most expensive part is just storing them.
It's hard to. Well, I was going to say the hardest thing is to just say, "Hey, here's your casing, use it." But if that's what we do for a giveaway, maybe we just say, "Hey,
here's a coupon for
$50. Anything under casings, your first $50 is free." I don't know if we can do that. So if we give it away,
I have no idea how to do that.
I don't know either. And I'm supposed to be the one that knows that. It might be a deal where we do that and then we might have to do something manual after, but
I kind of like that. I really do.
Gift certificate? I want to do more of that. The problem is right now we have...
Sorry guys, Austin just Morse coded me that I'm going to get fired if this goes forward, so...
No. I know I'm totally in on this, but I'm racking my brain because we're working with like 5 different systems right now. And we are working on getting them all integrated to do gift cards in one system.
Okay, but if it's something like this, it's not, we don't even have to, I mean, it's a gift card, but it's not really.
Well,
just say like, hey, you and I will work this out, and I will zero out X number of dollars.
As long as they order online, like we could just do a $50 off whatever you want.
Exactly.
Like not a gift card, but just a coupon for $50 off whatever.
Right.
I'll be fine with that.
So I mean that could work.
We can do that
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So
$50 off.
Okay. Well, if it's $50 off, I'm drawing 2 winners.
2? Whoa. How about 25 then?
2 winners.
Okay, 2
All right,
winners.
so Patrick, you got Neil Christensen is the last winner, and I'm drawing 2 winners. Each one will have a $50 coupon, and we'll deal with this just however we want, or however we can figure it out. So we're going to give you the full 5 minutes to respond. By the time I post this, it'll be 4:25 our time, so that's 4:30. And it is Dale Sorberg and John Mikulski. So Dale Sorberg and John Mikulski, you got 5 minutes to respond.
While we're waiting for those people to respond, there was a comment, at least one, I think there's a couple, asking about what it costs to sharpen a knife. So I didn't want to respond until I actually looked it up. I maybe should have asked you. Do you know?
I want to say. Wait, are we talking like
a knife?
Okay,
a knife.
like that knife?
Yeah.
$6?
$5.
5. Okay.
So
close.
$5 to sharpen a knife. So if you send your knives to us, well, call customer service before you do. Please do not send them to us before you call customer service.
Because they'll give you some instructions on how to package them.
They're also going to create an order and we're going to track it, versus if you just send us something and there is nothing tagged to it.
And knives sticking out of boxes.
There is a very good chance
happen.
that you're not getting your knives back. Yeah. So call our customer service department, 316-262-0651. Say, hey, I want to have some knives sharpened. You send them to us, $5 a piece. We sharpen them, literally razor sharp, and then we'll send them back to you. For some knives, definitely not worth it. If you bought like a $10 knife,
toss that.
Just honestly throw it away and buy a new one. But if you bought like a $30 boning knife, a $20 boning knife, something like that, those ones have edges that are meant to be resharpened. So instead of spending 20 or 30, 40 bucks on a new knife, you can send that in, you can get it resharpened, and it will be as good and potentially better than the day that you got it. We'll send it back, and it's going to last for another long period of time. So Dave Sweeps, I kind of like this because we've talked about this lately.
Hold on, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but James might have just changed how we do literally everything.
What do you mean?
Apparently, we can.
Oh, the at whatever.
Yeah.
But that may not be their name, because you can have a
That's
different
right.
name.
We have had different ones. Yep.
On
yep,
there,
right.
then yeah.
That was a great idea.
The entries are not YouTube names. They are the names provided to us through our entry method. So
that really would have been great. Would you guys ever consider doing a VS challenge, best of series?
Hey, hold on. That was my deal.
Oh, okay. I see VS as Victoria's Secret, so I don't know. I mean, I definitely judge one.
No. So, okay. We talked about on Meatgistics earlier this week about bringing back like the cooking comps. So that's what I read that into, is that we make something, but he wants us to send it out. We could do that.
We could do that. It'd have to be a snack stick, summer sausage, something that's cured. Yeah, we could absolutely do that.
But it's hard to do like a one-off thing for like one person. That's why we do when we did the cooking comps, they were around here and we had like 30, 40 people judging at one time.
It wouldn't be that hard to do. Say we each do 25 pounds of snack sticks and we send a couple of pounds to a bunch of people. That wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, but if we send a couple of pounds, a couple of pounds,
so not to 25 a bunch of people. I'm not saying we say right. I'm not saying that.
It's like a $1,500 ordeal. I understand. Right there.
We're saying we send a couple of like a pound or half a pound each, because a half pound of snack sticks is actually a good amount of snack sticks. But we do that to like 5 people, so each person would get 5 people that each get a pound.
I'm not as concerned about the amount they get, because honestly, the lower cost is going to be how much meat we send them. The biggest cost is going to be doing it and then paying for shipping on it all. Yeah,
that's why I said 8 ounces or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, shipping is the big cost there. So for anyone who doesn't actually know this side of it, like when we do things like that, shipping is what we're trying to fight against. So when we do like free shipping things, might not seem big, because usually it's like, for you guys it's $5.99. We're not making money in our shipping. We're losing a significant amount of money in our shipping. But so when we do free shipping, that's a big cost to us. All right, real quick. I do not see either one of them.
This is the wrong group to challenge do a Victoria's Secret challenge.
Or who said that?
Tim Rasnick.
That's excellent. That is excellent. All right, so I am getting rid of both John and Dale, and I am going to revoke those, and we will repick that.
So going back to the @ and then type their name.
Yep.
Someone has their name as Megamawax. And so he responded saying, or she responded saying, my real name is not Megamawax.
I would hope not, yes.
Yeah, I hope not. So that's the issue. And there's right above that, we have a Mr. Skunk. I don't think that's a real name.
That is definitely not a real name. So we've got Emil Corbel and Chef Raoul. Emil Corbel and Chef Raoul. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. Going to run to the restroom real quick.
John. So if anyone's...
That's holding batteries pretty good. You've been at 2 bars for... This is the last time I went.
Are you still on audio?
No, I cut it off.
Oh, okay. So...
No, I live in constant fear of that.
So just so everybody else out there knows, John, as he got up to go to the bathroom, is like tiptoeing, actually that way, in front of the deal. He's checking on the camera, checking on the mics, checking on the recorder, checking on the broadcaster, checking on the switchboard. I mean, there is a lot of equipment going on over there. It's kind of crazy, but some of it runs on power, some of it runs on battery power, but without Patrick here, that is definitely, we were joking about missing Patrick before, saying, why is Patrick not here? Oh, we don't need Patrick. No, there's a lot of things we need Patrick for, so we're trying to check a lot of the things right now that Patrick normally is checking on that helps everything go much more smoothly than it can if John and I are just sitting up here. Donald, you're saying that the shipping situation is why I always go to the store. So let us know, like, what makes you not go to the store? I mean, I on one hand, I don't want to tell you don't come to our store, but the bulk of what we do is shipping out. And like right now, like I said earlier, we got a coupon code live 5120 that gets you free shipping and 10% off any order at waltonsinc.com. So we do run free shipping promos with some other things. It's more of a trying to figure out how we can run that and do different promos with it, because we can't do it all the time. But what would give you the incentive to have it shipped to you instead of coming to the store to get it? Because I know beyond just saying like free shipping all the time, are you normally getting like $100 worth of stuff, $50 worth of stuff? At what dollar amount do you want to see like free shipping there? It's basically my question.
Have either one of them responded?
Really, honestly, wasn't checking on that.
Was Emil or Chef Raoul? Which would suck if Chef Raoul didn't respond, because he's been in here quite a few times.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was here before.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so Chef Raoul is here. All right, so Patrick already caught that one. Cool. Good job, Patrick.
Wait, so who is...
Emil is the other one.
Who is Chef Raoul? Is there a comment from a quote-unquote Chef Raoul?
Yeah. Saying, Chef Raoul, I'm here. Right. Chef, that's his name when he's joined us for the last like 3, I think. All right, so I'm going to get rid of Emil. And why don't we make this big stakes? So if the next person, so we'll revoke a meals win, and if whoever we pick isn't here, chef gets $100. I mean, it's the same for us, basically, either way. I can't read Morse code. I don't know what
Yeah, I
you're
can
doing.
either. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like it's better to pick another person.
You want to keep spreading it?
Yeah, it's more of a, I feel like in this scenario, I'm a socialist.
This is more like
let's
Baccarat.
spread it
though.
around.
My way is more Baccarat. It's all or nothing.
And I'm a spreader around.
All right,
type of
fine.
person.
All right, revoking
you can do
that.
What you want.
No,
Like,
no,
I'm not
no. And drawing a winner. Again, this is basically some sort of coupon code slash Tom Ulbug. Tom, you've got a couple minutes.
So Donald said he likes to browse and get stuff off the sales rack. So yeah, so one of the things, he was the guy that asked about coming in the store, the free shipping thing, and the conversation we had there.
That'll all be gone for a while at least.
Well, yeah, it's gone now, but that is one of the benefits into coming into our store is that we do put stuff on sale online, but it's stuff that we plan to put on sale. We sometimes put stuff on quote-unquote clearance online. Clearance is like, hey, this is going away. We're like cutting prices by 50% just to get rid of this thing. But when you come into the store, we have like a clearance section, a bargain bin, a super savings, whatever you want to call it, area where we kind of take everything from every other channel that we do, and for whatever reason we have too much, or we're going to discontinue it, or it's going to be this, it's going to be that, it's just changing something, a new product is coming out to replace it. We throw it in the store and we heavily discount it, and the clearance bin sometimes has some weird stuff in it. I won't lie.
But I've taken things out of there.
But on the other hand,
I've taken things out of there for
it has some
sure.
pretty cool stuff in there.
But like, oh no, I want that.
It started out from like a few years ago to like a bin, like literally like a bin, like it was just a little box.
Yep.
To now
rack.
it's like a 2 foot by 12 foot rack with like 5 shelves on it. We load it up. So that's one of the things that our local customers only get is some of those clearance items that we're just like, whatever, get rid of this, mark it down, throw it out there. Someone's gonna buy it. Honestly, a lot of it's actually some kind of good stuff.
Yeah, it can be for sure. I have no idea how to use this weird phone of yours.
So Michael Chevalot is asking, not to put you on the spot, but have you guys donated in this current season? We never stop donating. We do a lot of donations to nonprofits. We also do a lot of, wouldn't even necessarily call them donations. It's just more of a working with people that are running nonprofits. We have some local nonprofits here we do stuff with. We have some national nonprofits we do stuff with, but in this current season, I assume that means COVID. For us, I mean, I don't think it changes if we're dealing with COVID or we're not. I mean, we're still going to do what we do to make sure that we're either getting involved with the community or we're getting involved with the country. We do a lot there. Some could say we should do less. Some should say we should do more. But since you had an all caps response, I felt like we should respond to that. But
no.
We do our.
He's done everything in all caps today.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. But we do a lot, and we have not slowed down anything we do with the nonprofits and with the donations that we do, because it is insane on the number of people that ask for donations. It's, on one hand, it's overwhelming, and on the other hand, it's kind of cool to see how many people out there are running this organization or that organization, and they need help with whatever. And anything we can do that fits in with us, we definitely take a look at. And even things that don't fit in with us, even if it's something that fits into anything with our thinking, we try to do something. It's a fun thing to work with, but one of the biggest that is not completely like a total donation is working with like Pheasants Forever.
Yep, that's a big one.
John does a lot with Pheasants Forever, but anything from big, huge organizations like that to the local company that literally doesn't get a lot. We like working with from the top to the bottom.
Yep.
But one of those things that I think I'd also ask everybody else out there to remember, that anybody that you've been working with, don't slack down on what you've been providing if you can, because
what's the diapers
I know
lady, like
Faith Builders.
Faith Builders. We do a ton with Faith Builders.
We do a lot with Faith Builders.
And I've seen her in here. I don't know if it feels like more than usual, if I'm just seeing her more than usual. Like, it seems like now is an important time.
Yeah.
If you can. My wife and I both are lucky enough to be considered essential. I had to convince him that I'm essential, but a very small example. I called the YMCA that my wife and I belong to, and asked, are you going to continue to charge us during this time? And they said no. And I said, well, what do I have to do to make you charge us? Like, I want to pay you guys so you can continue paying employees. So you do that, you become something called a sustaining member or something like that. So if you are lucky enough now to have a job, think about the monthly subscriptions that you do that probably have stopped charging, and think if it's worth it to you or not for them to continue, and call them and see if you can continue. So.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of people that have stopped contributing to the nonprofits out there. From the nonprofits I've talked to, they have seen their contributions fall fairly dramatically. A number of them did pick back up to a better pace, but definitely as COVID started, everyone saw a huge drop off. So if you have the ability, please consider finding a nonprofit out there and helping them out, because as much as everyone is struggling right now with COVID and what's going on, and whether you have a job or not, and the money issues that are going on, the nonprofits are struggling even harder than some of us are individually.
So we are still waiting. We're looking for the next person who's going to win the $50 coupon, however we're doing it. But James Van Norman says, if I were to buy a knife from you guys, would you sharpen them before you shipped? If so, would that be $5 a knife as well? So it depends on the knife you get, but 90% of them, especially, well, actually I can't even say that. All I can say is the Victorinox are going to be at least as sharp as we can get them. It'll be the exact same thing. All right, so that's 60 seconds. That was fast. I did not see a Janella responding, so we're moving on again. My username is there, but not my real name. And then you deleted it.
What? I didn't delete anything. Are you talking?
Something just came up as Walton's that said my username is there, but not my real name. And then it went away as you were typing.
No, I don't know. I just typed in a comment. So I typed in a comment to put in our donation request form.
That was weird. So see that message retracted?
Yeah.
That said my name or my username is here, but not my real name. And then it went away. All right, so we are, go ahead. Sorry.
So if someone out there has an organization that's like a 501c3 and they are requesting some sort of donation, we're definitely always open to hearing what you're doing and if we can help. But I put a link in the comments. It's waltonsinc.com/community. There is a form on that page that you can fill out, and that will get sent into our basically our donation committee, or whatever you want to call it, into what we can do and what we can provide. We don't guarantee that we're going to respond with money to everyone, but we at least consider everyone that submits something. So,
all right, so I am going to go ahead. I've picked 5 winners here. The first person out of these 5 will win it. If, however, you're not one of these people and you click here, I don't really have anything I can do against you other than I'll think less of you. All right, I'm not going to say any of the names. I'm just going to hit enter. First one to respond gets it. None of those people are you, Joe. All right, and we'll give them a minute from now. If no one responds, I'll grab 5 more. We'll just keep going. Eventually, we're going to give out this other $50 coupon, or however you want to say it. So Dennis Jew says here, but Dennis, who are you? And remember, I'm only going to go by what you went, how you entered.
John?
Yeah.
You never turned the website capture on.
You saw me do it. You saw me do it.
I'm pretty sure I
You
saw you
saw
do
me
it.
do it. Not you're pretty sure.
Something
You
didn't work,
saw
though.
me do it.
Because it says 0 right now.
Well, you saw
I
me
don't
do
know.
it.
We'll check it in for tomorrow and see what happens. Actually, I'll pull up an incognito window and see if it does it.
All right, so real quick, verify this with me. None of those people answered, right?
Comments everywhere. Janella, Dirk.
All right, so everybody stop
Cheryl,
commenting for a
Doug.
second. There was no Janella, no Dirk, no Cheryl, no Day, no Brandy. Dennis was the closest with the D.
Say
Right.
all of those really fast within 1 second, and I'll scroll through the comments.
Are you ready?
Go.
Now I have to find it. I don't know where it is yet.
No, I don't see anyone though.
Janelle, Dirk, Cheryl, DeHogue, and Brandy.
Yeah, that took like 3 seconds. Not one.
Well, I'm revoking all their wins.
Yeah, revoke it all. I don't see anything. Oh, wait. Brandy responded. Brandy.
Oh, thank
Brandy.
you, Patrick.
Brandy. Where are we at? I don't see a Brandy, but there's a bunch of people saying Brandy responded. I'm scrolling through comments.
Neil C, it's above that. Feels like this is one of those things where
Oh, Brandy Chapman.
Okay.
Two
Cool.
on the lane together is her username.
Patrick, take really good note of that because I started deleting them, and the only one I deleted was that one. So
Yeah,
take
so
good notes of that. That
yeah, I think Patrick commented with
Right.
at 2 on the
but
lane
get her
together.
name.
Put it in our team's message.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brandy, you were the last one on that list, so good job. And Jay didn't respond, right? Yep, Jay's the other one. All right. So that's it. I think we have all of our winners. We have Tim, who won the first. We have Lewis, who won last month's. Stan, Neil, Brandy, and Chef Raul.
Yep.
We're good?
Yeah.
So for anyone who is looking for our podcast to come out, through the first few, we didn't do any type of coupon code, right?
No.
We forgot.
I don't think we did.
Basically,
Yeah.
through all of these, what happens is Austin and I sit around and start talking, and then we start drinking, and we don't remember.
That's part of the episode.
That's absolutely
is
part of the episode.
So can we give a rundown? Like
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up the note here on our agenda.
Yep.
So okay. So our podcast quote unquote agenda is to do like a beer of the day. So that's what we start out with.
Yep.
I buy something for John. John buys something for me, and
And we don't care too much what the other person thinks of it. Like, I
some-
hate IPAs. He likes them, so I'm not
we
always going to buy him
Yeah.
an IPA that he loves.
We sometimes buy something the other is going to like, and sometimes we buy something that just we like and the other has to drink.
Right.
And sometimes it's kind of a mix, and we just like go, I don't know, maybe.
But we never aggressively hate each other
Yet.
so far. Fair
I
enough.
say yet.
Now I'm nervous.
Then we get into meat of the day.
Yep.
Meat
is-
of the day is interesting.
Has been so far the most, maybe not
Yeah.
the most fun. What we do is I make a sausage or something out of a seasoning, and I try to make him guess what it is. Nobody has been successful yet. Out of 4 episodes,
no.
we've not got it.
We get close. We get
2 of them have
close.
been very
Very
close.
close, yeah.
Very close.
So after meat of the day, we get to meat matters. We talk about news, something that's going on in the meat industry, or an interesting fact over something about meat that has come out recently, but it has something to do with something new that has been coming out about meat processing, food, something there. We kind of dive into a lot of different things there.
That tends to take a lot of our time.
Yeah, and I think that is one of the most fun segments.
Yep.
Because we get into some conversations that are very interesting over that. We get into meat hacks. One of them, this last week's episode that will be out in a few weeks, is about my finger. And I know it's hard to see, but yeah, how I just literally cut a side off of it, and how you prevent that, because I didn't do a good job with that. Then we talk about a few featured seasonings. We talk about recipes. We talk about some sort of interesting, something new, some sort of fun product that makes your life easier on either cooking food, making sausage, etc. Something there that we try to highlight that is fun. And we then start to wrap things up with like an overall Meatgistics update. But the next section that we want to do, we haven't done
Hopefully,
yet, is customer questions. So that is where we want you guys to email us at podcast@waltonsinc.com and let us know what you want us to talk about. What is on your mind? What do you want us to focus on through the podcast? It could be very specific. It could be very general, but we want to get your guys' feedback, and we want a whole section in the podcast just for what you guys have asked us. So,
and I do feel like that's where we could end up living most of the time. We could be running through everything else to get to podcast questions. Podquests. Ooh, Podquests.
Podquest. I kind of like the name.
But yeah, I do feel like we could run through everything else. I don't know that I'd be willing to just blow past Meat Matters, though. I think
No,
that's where
Meat
we've had our
Matters
best.
It is a fun area.
But in 6 months from now, when we're past everything else, that might not matter as much.
I think it still will. I think you'll be surprised at how much meat news is out there that, honestly, I think it's one of those things that everybody watches the news, whether you watch Fox or CNN or MSNBC or the local news or this and that, but you don't hear a lot of news like specific to like meat things.
Which is a big part of your life, whether you realize it or not, or you're vegetarian.
I don't think that side will die down completely. There may not be as fun or interesting topics, but there will be something newsworthy to talk about.
Almost certainly.
Don't let Austin near a chainsaw. I'm offended by that,
Why would we ever
Bob.
let him near a chainsaw?
You
don't.
Oh, the finger thing. Yeah.
Fair enough. I was going to say, you don't let small children
No,
near
you
power
don't.
tools.
No. I have had one accident, and it's like a pretty good one on my finger. But John has accidents like every day. So if anyone should not be let
I'm not
around
sure what
a
you're
chainsaw,
talking about at all.
it's John.
I'm not sure
John
at
should
all
not
what
be
you're
let around a
referring to.
chainsaw.
So, I've never had any issues with that.
With a chainsaw?
With anything.
With anything?
With anything.
Dude, I'm looking at scars on
I
your
don't
hands
have
and your wrist.
any
You got one
type
right
of
there.
nothing.
See it on the wrist. I see it on the wrist.
They
Left
can't
wrist.
see anything. They
Left
don't know.
wrist. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Again, great live stream. Thanks for hanging with us. We will go ahead and Monday, we'll get in touch with all the winners. We'll figure out what we're going to do. For the people who want either the hat or the sausage, we'll figure it out.
Yep. Live 5120 get you 10% off and free shipping. Any order at waltonsinc.com, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
You have to hit end on.
Well.
Ooh, they're getting